Hi. Close-up is not just a close framing of a subject, it's a lot more, because while shooting it, you also control the depth of field, and it affects a lot. Well, I was watching Tim Burton's Wednesday on a Thursday night, and I adored the close-up and mid-close-up shots of that series. They mostly used wide-angle lenses for that, and that changes everything. So what's the big deal about wide-angle lenses in close-ups? Let me explain. If you use cameras, you already know that focal length of the lens, the millimeter, not only changes the horizontal view, but also it expands or narrows down the depth. And that's the important thing. So I shot some examples for you. Let's see. So in the wider angle, the background is far away, while it's closer with the telelens. On top of this, we can control the background blur, aka the depth of field, via the aperture of the lens. So, how did Tim Burton and his DOPs use these cinematographic tools? They had several options. As you can see in my examples, the use of lens drastically changes background depth. At wide angle we see much more in the background. And aperture determines the depth of field. Close-up shots are often used to create intimacy, emotional connection with the character, or showing action to the viewer, to the audience. In Wednesday, even though sometimes it's blurrier, they showed the background to us. And this conveys a message itself, it tells a story, right? Background could have been like this. But Burton and his DOPs decided to show us and shoot like this. And Wednesday-style close-ups give the audience a choice where to look. One of the greatest film critics, Andre Bazin, argued that wide and deep depth of field shots allow spectators to look wherever they want, and that creates sort of realism. But in a fantasy series, I would call it a persuasiveness. And director and editor is not forcing us to look something specific. We can choose the background, foreground, the character, something happening at the back. And that's why I loved how these mid-close-ups look. Because close-up shots are normally used to force us to look at something. By the way, Bazin didn't exactly mean this. He meant wide shots like in the Citizen Kane, but I believe this works too. Most filmmakers use longer lenses to shrink the depth because they cannot control the background or they want to isolate the character. But Wednesday showed me how refreshing this can be. Honestly, I always thought close-ups are too intimate and too close for cinema, but now that we are moving away from big screens to online platforms, and probably you are watching content on your TV, laptop, tablet, small screens, I felt it's time to reconsider shooting close-ups. These shots are powerful tools and filmmakers can use it to convey emotion, intimacy, showing action to the audience, obviously. By the way, there's a great video essay about Coen's movies and their framing on Every Frame a Painting channel. You probably know it, but I'll give you the link, you can take a look. It's a great one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this to show it on YouTube as well. And if you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe to know when I release my new videos. It also encourages me a lot. Thanks and stay close.